Hey everyone, it's Kathy.
And Paul here with iDulting.
We're here to help you navigate the crazy world of adulting.
Because let's be real, it's a wild ride. We'll be dropping tips, sharing stories,
And maybe even spilling some embarrassing secrets along the way.
so get comfortable, grab your favorite drink, get ready to laugh, learn, and level up your adulting game. This is iDulting. Don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe, and share this podcast. Head over to iDulting.com for more information and to submit questions for us about iDulting.
And maybe even pick up some of our new merchandise. And if you know any fellow adults who need some guidance, send them our way.
And feel free to share this podcast freely out there. We'd like to get our numbers up.
So just want to let you guys know that we are partnering with Dubby Energy Drinks. And if you are a person who drinks Dubby or interested in drinking Dubby, if you go to www.dubby.gg and order Dubby, and in your discount code, type iDulting10, you'll get 10% off your purchase. Welcome back to iDulting, the podcast where we're trying to navigate adulthood without our brains constantly telling us to just scroll one more time.
Hey everyone. In this episode, we're diving into a fascinating concept that explains a lot about why we get stuck in endless, unproductive loops of checking our phones, chasing likes, or mindless binge watching of shows. It's called dopamine pinning.
Dopamine pinning? Is that why I can't seem to put down my phone even when I know I should be doing something important? It feels like my brain literally gets stuck.
Exactly. It's a research term from animal behavior that actually explains a ton about modern human habits. It can be linked to good things, bad things, addiction, successful habits, doom scrolling. We're going to break it down, what it is, how our devices and certain behaviors leverage it, how to recognize when you're caught in a dopamine pin, what you can do to unstick yourself, and most importantly, how we can turn the tide on these dopamine pins to use them to our advantage.
First, we need to understand dopamine. It's often called the feel-good neurotransmitter. It plays a crucial role in our brains, our reward system, and it impacts various aspects of our well-being. While the concept of dopamine pinning isn't universally recognized as a scientific term, it broadly refers to intentional strategies aimed at optimizing dopamine levels and pathways.
It was originally observed in animal studies when an animal performed an action that delivered a dopamine hit or reward, and then it was immediately presented with a cue related to the reward, and they got pinned.
In humans, this translates to performing an action, getting a dopamine hit, associating the act with a potential for reward, compulsively repeating the act, even when there's no actual reward. The pin is the cue that keeps you locked in. It's kind of like when you check your phone and you see a new notification.
How do our devices and habits pin us? Well, there's a couple key things that have to be in place for this to happen. There has to be variable rewards. Notifications are often unpredictable, sometimes rewarding, sometimes not, which makes the urge to check even stronger, kind of like a slot machine.
And we all know if you put a nickel in your slot machine and you don't win, you put in another one, and then you do win, which makes you want to continue that practice.
Unless you're me, then you might as well just go to a shop vac and empty your wallet. Endlessly scrolling. Feeds are designed to never end, offering a continuous novelty and the possibility of a hit without a natural stopping point. Have you ever gotten to the end of the internet?
No, I feel like I've gotten to the end of my news feed, but no.
Then it reloads. That's by design, everyone. Gamification. Likes, shares, streaks, and points provide mini dopamine hits, reinforcing the engagement.
FOMO, the fear of missing out. The anxiety of not checking creates another powerful pin.
Understand, many of the apps on our smartphones are designed and engineered to pin us. The makers of these apps, they don't care about you or your well-being. They just want your views and clicks.
Now, there are some ways to recognize your own pins. If you're compulsively checking, do you pick up your phone without specific purpose? Meaning you just look at it without even thinking?
How about mindless scrolling? Do you zone out on social media for long periods, losing track of time? I call it doom scrolling. It's known as doom scrolling. I heard a new term today called giggle scrolling, and the person was talking about how they try to curate their information so that rather than doom scrolling just all the world bad news and feeds, they like to find stuff that makes them giggle, so at least they're controlling the content of their scroll.
That sounds like my kind of person.
It does. It reminded me of you. Instant gratification over long-term goals. Do you repeatedly choose easy, quick hits over more challenging, rewarding tasks? Let's be honest. Is it easier to look at the shorts in your Facebook or TikTok feed than it is to work out?
Absolutely.
The answer is yes. And you're getting hits quicker. So it's designed to be that way.
Do you suffer from the just one more syndrome? Can you stop a behavior easily, or do you always need just one more video, just one more episode, just one more refresh?
So who gets pinned and who is immune to it? Absolutely everyone is susceptible to being pinned and falling to the dopamine cycle. CEOs, professional athletes, successful businessmen, everyday people, addicts, absolutely everyone. No one is immune to it, and some people use it to their advantage. So strategies to unpin yourself. First and foremost, awareness is key. Simply understanding the concept of dopamine pinning helps you recognize when you're in the loop. For example, we now can't say that we're not absolutely positive this is occurring when we click on that little story button and start looking at shorts.
Creating friction. Make it harder to get an instant reward. Give yourself some space. Look at it and go do something else.
Turn off non-essential notifications, whether it is for a specified period of time, like you're at work or you need to do your homework, or if it's forever. Like if you happen to pick up my phone, you'd be like, you never hear anything out of it because I turn off pretty much all my social media notification. I'll still hear my text message. I'll still hear my phone ring. And if it's a emergency or work-related app, then I leave it on. But my Facebook is off. I don't have TikTok. I don't have Snapchat. I heard of Instagram once, but I couldn't tell you where the notifications are in that. My point being, I curate or control what's notifying me when so that I don't fall, at least for that part.
Right. And I turn off my notifications pretty much for anything that's non-essential. I get my news feed. I do get a few game notifications, but I have them turned off during the day, during my work day, so that they're not distracting and I don't have the need to go see what it is.
Put your phone in another room or out of reach during your focused work or other times where it's just non-productive or it's distracting.
Use grayscale mode on your phone. Every phone has it. It makes it less visually stimulating.
You can actually set your phone. I have mine set every day to go in what it calls sleep mode. This is in an Android. And at 9 o'clock every night, it goes into grayscale mode to limit my blue LED exposure. Delete time-wasting apps or move them off your home screen. I do this every few months. I'll sit and scroll through what apps have accumulated on my phone with the, ooh, cool, let me try this. And between uninstall them and moving them off my home screen, I do find that helps because I keep my home screen down to a couple different apps that are my most frequently used ones.
Set time limits. Use app timers to set specific times for checking social media and email. You can set an alarm. You can set your app. You can set a timer just so that you know it's that time of day and you're going to check your stuff. And when that time is up, you're done checking.
Replace things that might pin you with healthier alternatives. Like when you feel the urge to scroll, maybe choose something more constructive, like read an actual book, like a physical. They still make them with paper and all. Pick it up, read a couple pages, and then if you still have the urge, take a look after. Call a friend, go for a walk, work on a hobby.
Practice mindful breaks. Instead of reaching for your phone during a break, try a short meditation, try stretching, or looking out the window, something that's not related to your screen.
How about some dopamine detoxes, both small and large? You have to vary them, But you start with shorter periods for a few hours or a few minutes during the day where you put your phone somewhere else and you live in the real world, the not digital world, where you're not paying attention to your phone and you don't have it with you and you're allowing your brain and your neurotransmitters to reset back to normal. Getting out and experiencing nature has been shown to greatly assist and accelerate our detox reset.
Focus on deep work. Intentionally schedule blocks of time for focused, single task activities to retrain your attention span so that you can focus for a long period of time on one specific task instead of 5 or 10 or 15-second videos.
Here are some potential pros associated with effective dopamine regulation. What does that mean? It means you're resisting the pins, you know they're there, you're doing what you can to maintain balance in your neurotransmitter pool.
But you're also using the pinning to benefit you instead of harm you.
It'll help you improve focus and concentration. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter and it plays a role in regulating attention and focus. By promoting healthy dopamine function, one can experience enhanced mental clarity, reduced distractibility, and lead to more focused work and study.
Enhanced motivation and productivity. Dopamine's role in the reward system encourages us to pursue and repeat behaviors that lead to positive outcomes. Optimizing dopamine can therefore boost your motivation, making individuals more willing to tackle challenging tasks and strive for goals. This can foster a sense of accomplishment and contribute to higher productivity levels.
It'll lead to better impulse control, using strategies to help you regulate dopamine, such as minimizing that instant gratification. You don't have to have it right away, and reducing overstimulation from technology. It helps you develop stronger self-control and improves your decision making.
It can increase appreciation for simple pleasures. Resetting your brain's reward system through intentional dopamine regulation can lead to a heightened appreciation for simpler activities and experiences, potentially boosting overall life satisfaction.
It can lead to stronger emotional regulation and mental well-being. Come on, who doesn't want that? It influences mood and works alongside other neurochemicals like serotonin to help you maintain emotional stability. Nobody wants to be the crazy uncle, so emotional stability is a good thing.
There has been a link between dopamine deficiency and ADHD symptoms. Some ADHD medications work by increasing dopamine levels, which suggests that optimizing dopamine can be a promising strategy for managing ADHD symptoms like difficulty focusing and impulsivity. However, it's important to remember that simply raising dopamine levels might not be a complete solution, and the relationship between dopamine and ADHD is very complex.
So with this better understanding of dopamine pins, how can we use them to our advantage to have more productive adulting lives?
Well, you can add a reward to a mundane task. Every time you do that task, if you add a reward to it, it won't be so mundane, and sometimes you'll be doing it without even realizing. There are suggestions out there like put on your favorite half-hour sitcom while you're folding your laundry. Put on some music while you're cleaning rooms or doing dishes. Put on something that stimulates you almost, believe it or not, like a video game while you're studying. I know that sounds funny and you seem distracted, but if you play the audio of what you're studying while you're playing a game, it actually makes it an enjoyable thing and you retain more.
And that's low-key hypnotherapy there. Add a dopamine reward during or after quote-unquote hard tasks like working out. Give yourself a reward when you're done so that you know if I push it really hard in the gym today, I can have a cookie, a pretzel, whatever that reward is you want.
Give some thought to all of your actions. By mindfully taking a look at our activities, we can uncover, discover, and discard unwanted and unproductive pins.
Give yourself some grace. You aren't evil or weak because you've fallen for these dopamine pins. They are developed to ensnare you and get you hooked. But now you know so you can more effectively detect, avoid, resist, and use them to your advantage.
We're asking you for the next 24 hours to identify one specific dopamine pin habit, like checking your Instagram every time you sit down, mindlessly scrolling TikTok or Reels or Shorts. For every instance you feel the urge, take a deep breath, consciously acknowledge the urge, and then choose something different, a non-screen related activity for 5 minutes instead. Notice how you feel.
And connect with us. Let us know. What are your biggest dopamine pins? What strategies have you found effective to reclaim your focus? Share your thoughts on social media using the hashtag iDulting and hashtag dopamine pinning.
Just remember, you've got this, iDults. Keep your head up, your spirits high, and keep adulting with us. Go forth and conquer the world, or at least your to-do list.
And don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe. Tell your friends, share the podcast, and head over to iDulting.com for more information and to connect with us. See you on the next episode. Be safe.